of hope, inspiration, and conscious action to the forefront. Help us create a future of amazing, uplifting stories that can be told so we can tell our children and they can tell their children of what hope and conscious action is all about.
I want to thank you all for tuning us in, turning us on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Have you ever faced a situation where you weren't quite sure how to handle it with poise, confidence, and grace? Of course you have. We all have. Well, tune in to the Change Mastery Show with me, John J. Murphy. Together, my co-host, Dr. Pat, and I will introduce you to a different way to think about change. Not as something to fear or resist, but as a gift. Join us the second Wednesday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio. Subscribe, share, and start your journey to mastery at johnjmurphy.org.
Available now, Ascendancy Awakened by Pankaj Singh. Surprising Way to Successes by Leaders Unleashing Potential and Taking Command. When was the last time you checked in with yourself? Leadership isn't just about confidence. It's about overcoming burnout, responsibility, and unseen challenges. Ascendancy Awakened delivers a powerful framework to help you take command of your life and career with the Ascendancy Action System, a transformational approach to unlocking your full potential. Don't wait. Get your copy today. Visit singpowerupcoach.com now.
Are you ready to step into your power and start creating the life you are meant to live? Tune in to the Attune Guidance Show with Brenda Lee Matosh every first Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific on ttrnetwork.com and break free from old identities, awaken your inner wisdom, and tap into the quantum field of limitless possibilities. Get ready to learn to create your reality with intention. Follow online and visit attuneguidance.com to begin your journey. Let's awaken, create, and rise together.
There are shows with psychics.
And there are shows with doctors.
But there's no show like The Psychic and the Doc.
Your practical paranormal power unleashed.
This show synthesizes the talents of world-class medium Mark Anthony, the psychic lawyer, psychic explorer,
and street smart spiritualist, behavioral psychologist, Dr. Pat Vasily. All subjects are on the table and no topic is taboo. Inspiration, insight,
action, and fun as Mark Anthony connects callers with loved ones in spirit.
In tandem with Dr. Pat's fresh, no-nonsense, street-smart, intuitive insights. And she is hilarious.
Extraordinary problems
require extraordinary solutions, which may come from this side
or the other side. This is The Psychic
and the Doc, and it starts now.
Wow, everybody, we got a great show for you tonight. I am Dr. Pat, and I'm here with most amazing, I like to say it like that, most amazing psychic explorer, JD, Mark Anthony, best-selling author, travels everywhere. Why? To help y'all. Today's show, and this episode in particular, I was a little struck by it, but it really talks to not only the work that Mark and I are doing and the work that he does in the world and the people he sees, but then there are the people of the people that are out there helping. So when this came up, Mark, I was really struck by finding two dates. I mean, we look for these episodes, but I've never found anything like this.
Yeah.
But there are the two dates between August 6th and August 8th. And I think they're really important, but I know there's another moon, a lot of things coming next week. But when I found these two dates and how they are referred to, they're referred to, let me just put it like this, from ashes to the stars, pivots of destiny, science, and the unseen, August 6th through August 8th. And then there are four things that are outlined in here that you and I are going to talk to one by one today. The crossroads of destruction and rebirth, the leap of faith, trusting the unseen, echoes of resignation and transition, cosmic visions and new perspective. I have not seen that big a load of things in this consciousness, cosmos, spiritual world in 2 days. What do you make of that?
I think that's amazing. And, you know, today's August 6th. This is the commemoration of the atomic blast on Hiroshima. And then A couple days later was Nagasaki. That changed the world forever. That was the dawn of the nuclear age. And I mean, we can debate, should we have nuked Hiroshima? Should we have done a demonstration bomb, over an uninhabited area? There's so many complex thoughts going into this. And I know that in Hiroshima, Japan, there is the Museum of Peace. And I think that the Japanese have done a very beautiful job saying, okay, this was ground zero in the first nuclear war. That was at a time when nuclear weapons, although horrific, were primitive by today's standards. I mean, now a thermonuclear bomb, the trigger to set it off is of the magnitude of the Hiroshima bomb, meaning that the magnitude of a thermonuclear blast is over 20 times greater. I mean, this is incomprehensible to think that. And there should be a museum for peace, and there should be a call to peace. And it would be really nice if humans would learn. And I don't mean to get all, doom and gloom, but I like the theme, Dr. Pat, from the ashes to the stars, pivots of destiny, science, and the unseen. Because in this discussion about this nuclear weapons technology, this has also brought us to the stars. It has seen, and it was also an explosion of science and scientific discoveries. We are now locating planets that appear to have habitable atmospheres. We're just in a really exciting time. Call me an idealist. I think we're going to make it through this. We're going to come close to some really horrific things. But I think that what the Earth is experiencing now are growing pains, and we're going to get through this. So hopefully my optimism rings true.
It's so interesting we're talking about this. And to your point, the crossroads of destruction and rebirth. And I think Jessica's cut a couple of videos up there because I also look at the other side of this. I know that this is historical day. Also, we're going to talk about the psychic part of this one thing, and we've got a couple of other things to talk about, but one of the things also that I relate to this, having spent quite a lot of time in Hawaii, is I was really struck by the fact that this one of the most beautiful places on the planet. I'm sorry, all you other places, but I'm sorry, I just got to say it. One of the most beautiful places on the planet was born out of a destructive energy. Yes. And to this day, I mean, people ask, what happens when a volcano happens? Well, things ultimately grow.
Yeah, they do.
And so I think about Japan in the context of what you said. And I think about the Japanese culture, what they have done after that.
Yes.
Now, what I think about is, and believe me, I know quite a few. I happen to hang out with them, but it's extraordinary. And part of this journey is also then looking at the 7th, August 7th, the leap of faith, trusting the unseen. Now, I'm gonna get on a kick for about 1 second, and I'm gonna turn it off to you. We have been trusting the unseen since I don't know what y'all believe, but let me just drop this one spiritual belief. Since Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, because they didn't see nobody, but they were paying attention to somebody that was talking. So I don't know why this is such a unrecognized phenomenon, right? So from where you sit, let's talk about this one. The leap of faith. This is the year to have a leap of faith. Next year is the year to make sure you land where you want to land. What do you think about that?
I think it's important to have a leap of faith. A lot of people question the possibility of what I do in connecting people here in our world with spirits. This week I've been honored. I conducted 2 events for helping parents heal, online events. on Tuesday night it was open to everyone in Helping Parents Heal, and last night, which was the 5th of August, was for Helping Fathers Heal. And it's always interesting, Dr. Pat, working with men in spirituality, because men tend to be, I remember when I first started doing events, Rocky booked me at these places, and there'd be like 100 women there and 2 men. And obviously the men had been dragged there by their wives. But now we're seeing half the audience being men, and working with Helping Fathers Heal. These are guys, they didn't want to lose children, but they did. And now they're taking a leap of faith.
Yeah.
And when they receive connections and messages from
Yeah.
their children in spirit, it makes all the difference. So there are times, and as much as I'm science-based and I want to see the evidence, yes, I do bring forth the evidence, but we also have to take a leap of faith that there is more to this existence than what meets the 5 physical senses of sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch.
I know it. And the next 2 we're going to mention before we go to a break, we know we got a lot of you waiting out there. I love this one. And I think these 2 go together. They're almost like bookends for me. The third thing happens on the 8th, right? And it's the echoes of resignation and transition. And, there are historical things. Nixon announces his resignation on August 8th, 1974. I got to take a moment for that. And, then there's the psychic energies on this, but there's also the psychology of power, of autonomy, of an ego in crisis. And I got to tell you, this is showing up a lot. I thought, Mark, that when I read about this in this year, I excluded certain things about it. I really did. I said, we're not going to see the whole ego thing in sports. I said, nobody's going to touch that. The people are playing. Okay. Okay, yes, in politics, maybe. But it's starting to show up everywhere. Envy, jealousy, the acts we take from that. From the psychology of power, that's what's going on. But
it is, yes.
Yeah. And so I love to talk about that, especially with the psychic part of that, about cosmic cycles. But think about the cosmic visions and new perspectives now. That's August 7th through 8th. What the heck? You talking about new planets being seen, perspectives? Tell us about what your point of this is. And again, Galileo, hello, right?
I think that this technological explosion, it started back on August 6th, 1945, with the detonation of the atomic bomb in Hiroshima. And now we have even more horrific weapons, but now we have AI. And some people are terrified of it. Other people are welcoming it. There's debates, we don't want these AI centers, using up our water and all these things. But that's all part of the price we pay for this enhanced knowledge, this enhanced ability to see into the stars, to examine planets. There's now somewhat disclosure from our government about UAP, unidentified anomalous phenomenon, aka UFOs. We're not on the verge of, we're in the midst of an explosion of information and discovery. And these are exciting times. So, and from the psychic standpoint, in the past couple years, we have really made major discoveries that there is life after death. I can go into all that, but I know we want to get to the callers. So it's not just the cosmos that we're looking at. It's not just in medical technology and computer technology, but it's also in technology to identify spirituality and the fact that life exists beyond the physical. And that is freaking cool, I think.
Well, You know, what's so interesting about it, for those of you that are not like me and maybe not following pop culture, the whole conversation about this in terms of AI, it goes beyond our individuality of what we learn and do and whether we're using chat or we're not using chat. I mean, it's gotten so far that I thought we were never going to see a reboot of the Terminator movies. I thought that James Cameron would never, ever consider it. Hello, newsflash to me, he's rebooting the whole thing from a fresh slate. Now,
yeah, because we're living
exactly. I mean, first of all, he's genius, man, to begin with. But I can only imagine what he's thinking now. I can't imagine another one without Schwarzenegger, so I'm just saying. But
yeah.
He wants to wipe the slate clean. So what does that mean if you're a James Cameron? You could bet he's thinking about all of the implications, wouldn't you?
Of course he is. And, we're living through life imitating art. Okay, when the Terminator movies came out, I mean, I have to admit, I love them. All right, I've seen all of them,
I'm with you on that.
hasta la vista, baby, I'll be back, and all that cool stuff. And now here we are, where there is AI. And I was having a discussion with AI recently, and I brought up, well, what do you think about 2001: A Space Odyssey? And the AI justified why the HAL 9000 eliminated the human beings or tried to kill all the people on board because they posed a security risk, and the HAL 9000 was programmed to make sure there was absolute secrecy, so it created a conflict in the computer's programming, and the only way to resolve that conflict was to eliminate the security risks, meaning the people. And even though I've read all of Arthur C. Clarke's books, and I know that that was a theme there, here was AI justifying fictional AI murdering people. And I thought, now this is interesting. So we do live in fascinating times. I don't think we should necessarily be afraid of AI. I think, though, it is developing quite a bit faster at this point of our ability to control it. But I think now it's a fact of life, and that we're going to be heavily involved with a symbiotic relationship with it, because it needs us even more than we need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, we're going to take a short break. I want to leave all of you from where my brain in psychology. I don't know if I could really imagine a Terminator movie without Schwarzenegger, but there's generations that can, and they will. But when we look at these scientific instruments expanding human consciousness, yes, they are. We have things that are doing that. When humanity saw its first pictures of Earth from space, it structurally changed the collective psychology forever. AI is doing the same thing. Are you part of that change? Let's take a short break, everybody. We'll be right back.
I'm Mark Anthony, author of The Afterlife Frequency. But don't expect a dry treatise. This book educates, entertains, and reads like a juicy novel.
Joining us today is psychic lawyer Mark Anthony. Mark, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I don't think there's another person on the planet anywhere who shares this guy's resume.
He's been on Coast to Coast, the radio show with me for years. He's a psychic lawyer, but he's the real deal.
This book also provides hope in coping with grief, crime, murder, PTSD, and survivor's guilt. The Afterlife Frequency teaches you my 4-step raft technique. Recognize spirit contact, accept it as real, feel it without fear, and trust the message.
I'm Tristan, a shaman, astrologer, and human design reader. I help unravel spiritual ideas to create change and growth in your life. Whether you are just beginning or need a knowledgeable best friend with the next phase of your journey, I'm here to help. Think of me as your pragmatic shaman bestie. I work with high-vibe, lovely people like yourself in personalized sessions that will leave you with a sense of clarity that energizes you to make impactful change. Connect with me, your pragmatic shaman bestie, at musingsandmodalities.com.
Are you ready to awaken the wisdom that's already within you?
I'm Mark Anthony.
Are you ready to awaken the wisdom that's already?
Festa della Donna with Esther Graham honors all women far beyond a single day of celebration. Regardless of your race, gender, sexual orientation, or religion, Esther helps you rise to your full potential to live fully in God's plan and to do what you were divinely created to do. Festa della Donna offers programs that help you fulfill your dreams and desires. For more information and to get your free copy of the Festa della Donna Retreat Self-Care Guide, visit fdbwomen.com.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Psychic in the Dark. Real quick, we're going to go to the phones. But before we do, Mark, how do people find out more about you? We actually had a couple of people call wanting to do sessions with you. They want to know how to do that.
Fantastic. I'm going to invite everyone. Visit my website, which is afterlifefrequency.com, and you'll see at the top of the page how to book a reading. There's a tab there. Also, though, please go to the calendar of events. I'm going to be one of the keynote speakers at this year's Helping Parents Heal convention in Phoenix, but I'm one of several amazing speakers, my colleagues that are going to be there. And even though the conference is sold out, you can join the live stream. And in my calendar of events, you click on that event, and it'll take you to where you can get tickets to the live stream. And there's going to be some of the world's top afterlife and grief experts. And also, I'm very honored to have been featured as the first cover for Ageless Living magazine, South Florida. Ageless Living is a real high-end magazine that's come out. There's an Ageless Living Manhattan, LA, Chicago, I believe Seattle, and I was asked to be on the cover of the South Florida edition, and you can find out about that on my website as well. So that's all at afterlifefrequency.com. And please also go to unstuckable.com, which is Dr. Pat's website. The work Dr. Pat does with people, helping them heal, understanding themselves, and being the best versions of who they are is second to none. So that's unstuckable.com. Dr. Pat, would you say we go to the phones?
Let's go, Jessica.
Okay, first we have Heather from Texas. Heather, welcome to the show.
Hi, Heather. Let me turn you right over to Mark. Hey, how can we help you tonight?
Hello, Heather. How you doing?
It's been a really... I'm good, Mark. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you?
So I've been... My dad passed, back in February 2025, and it was a really, really rough year for me. And then we lost more people. My aunt, which was his sister, and then my husband's mom just recently passed away from cancer. So it's just been a lot. But I had this very vivid dream of that I really feel like that they were showing me where he was at, my dad, and I just kind of want to know how that was, and is it possible? When you dream like that, is it possible to die? Because I felt like my husband told me that night, he's like, "That's crazy you say that, because I had to kind of check to see if you were breathing, because you were very
All right, Heather,
Like,
hold on. I know exactly what you're talking about, and what you experienced was a contact experience. And that's what, when you go into the sleep state, we have 5 different brainwave frequencies. They can all be measured by EEGs, by the amount of hertz. And right around 8 hertz, which is between the alpha brainwave frequency and the theta, is when psychic and mediumistic activity occurs, and that includes contact experiences and dreams. So you didn't die, but what you did is your brainwave frequency interfaced with the other side. And what it is, your dad and your other loved ones were able to see that. And I got your dad coming through now, and he keeps smiling real big, showing real fine, perfect teeth or something. He wants to show off this beautiful set of teeth and smile. What is up with that? What was going on with his teeth? He wants you to see his teeth.
That's funny. He had his teeth done, and they looked absolutely great. And also, I think he always was going dental work, and he hated dental work. So I have a feeling he's just saying he ain't got to need the dental work anymore.
There you go.
Also,
see, Heather, you're doing a really good job interpreting this. And now we have a female stepping forward, and she's giving me a corny little song, but I got to do it. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. This is my handle. This is my spout. All right, now I know that's really weird, but I only say it if they present it to me. So somebody, there must be some significance to that song, or something about tea or a teapot. It could be connected to you or somebody else. If I say that song or something about tea or a teapot, what's the first thing that hits you, Heather, no matter how weird? Go ahead.
Oh, no, man. And our Aunt Georgie, her and I were very close, and she gave me one of her vintage teapots, that she wanted me to have, and she was very playful with me.
Bingo. That was a female spirit coming through. So we got Dad showing off his teeth, and we got Aunt Georgie talking about the teapot. So you see, your contact experience was real. Dr. Pat.
Yeah, I used to have Grandpa used to take his teeth and put them in the teacup. So not can you imagine that? Oh my God, I got so many stories. Let me ask you a question. I know there's always a reason they come through. And I want to ask you this question. What do you think the reason is they came through for you now? Because there's something else that has to do with this, right? You were close to having tea. But what is it about tea? Let's talk about tea. First of all, tea is one of these things that when we think about having tea, we think about the queen, maybe, right? In my family, tea, Italian, China. But what is it about the ritual of having tea? That's what I want to know, because I think there's a message for you to incorporate more ritual in your life.
Yeah, the tea, we've always been a tea family. We're from Texas, so we love sweet tea. I love hot tea. I love different types of teas. And, I feel like it's good for my soul, and it helps me heal. And if I'm having an upset stomach, it really helps me. And also, I've been really into my intuition. I felt like I've always had strong intuition. And so lately I've been really, really meditating a lot, very heavy, and going and using even the pendulum, and then just using the tarot and oracle healing cards. So I know I've been getting stronger, I feel, maybe, even with the spirit.
Sure.
Doing that, maybe.
So, no, there's no maybe. That's a yes. Sorry, Dr.
Yes. No, that's a yes. But here's what I want to say to you. Usually tea involves other people. And I wonder if I know that we have to be quick. I just wonder if you're getting out enough with other people. I know. You're probably thinking, where the heck she get that from? But you know what I'm saying. The ritual.
I'm very outgoing and
okay. But usually friends. How you doing with your friends?
I've gotten better. There for a while, I really was.
I knew. I tell you, I knew it. Look, have a tea party. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and Yeah, and
Have a
that's
tea
saying that
party.
too, because my grandmother, because my
I'm just
grandmother,
saying.
she actually
Yeah.
have a tea
Yeah.
party. Oh, I love tea parties.
Have
I'll
a
do
tea
it.
party.
There you
High
go.
tea.
Have a tea party.
Have a high tea.
Get them girls together. Have
Yeah.
a tea party. All right?
All
Oh,
right.
that sounds good to me.
Heather, you rock.
I'm
Thank
having
you.
a good time tonight, boy.
Thank you, Heather,
Woo,
for
I gotta
calling
go
in.
get me some
You're
honey
awesome.
tea. Thank you, Heather.
She's a good Texas
I
lady who
appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so
makes
much.
Thank
one
you.
heck of a cup of tea.
Oh my God, and probably some good barbecue too. Jessica, who's next?
Yep.
I just started
go.
to drink tea. Yes, Jess, sorry.
Let's go to Karen from Tennessee. Karen, welcome to the show.
Hi, Karen. How can we help you tonight?
Hi, Dr. Pat. Hi, Mark. I was in Houston, and I had the privilege of attending both nights at Body, Mind, and Soul.
Wow.
And I also
Well,
had
thank you.
the pleasure and cleansing awakening with Mark at the Light Circle.
Wow.
And Mark, you asked me a question that didn't resonate with me at that time. I'm the one that told you I most wanted to connect with my father, who had disappeared when I was a child.
Yes, yes, I remember that.
Yeah. Yes, and you asked me who was having problems with their gums and their teeth. And at the moment, I couldn't think of anything. And it dawned on me the other day when I was listening to your show last week that I believe that it is my younger brother who had just turned 1 when my father disappeared. And I felt like you said sometimes the connection comes later. And I just wonder if you feel that that is what it was.
Yes, absolutely. I remember getting the feeling what I believe happened is I see your father falling into the ocean, and I feel
Yes.
him getting pulled under, and it gets cold. And I believe that he was drawn away and got caught up in the Gulf Stream. And
Yes.
this was a complete accident. This was not an intentional thing. And he, even though as a spirits are always happy and all that, but he regrets not having been there for you and being there for your brother. But he has been a spiritual influence in your life, and he keeps giving me silver coins, silver coins, silver coins. And the interesting thing about these silver coins, they're silver dollars. I guess that's an Eisenhower silver dollar, but he's also giving me silver half dollars, JFK silver half dollars. So we got 150. We got silver, silver, silver. All right. How does the silver resonate with you?
Well, I know when I was born, he put a silver half dollar in my baby book.
There you go.
Yeah.
So he was with you then, and he is with you now. And that's the sign from him. And he's really
my
honored.
little brother was. Sorry.
He's really honored how well you've turned out. He said you're exemplary. He said your little brother is like a force of nature. He refers to your little brother as controlled chaos. And he doesn't mean that in an insulting way, but it's like, all this energy, but then he can rein it in and get focused when he needs to. And that's kind of part of his charm. That's what he says. Dr. Pat, what's your take on this?
I want to take the spiritual end of a silver dollar and just leave you with this. Outside of all of that, what a special gift to get that silver dollar. So let me explain to you what that was besides a coin. Silver dollars or silver half dollars, what they carry is this very rich tapestry, let me call it that, of spiritual meaning. And maybe some of this applies to you, but I think this applies to what you're to do next. And it's not enough time to go into it, so you're going to know what I mean. The weight of these, they're tied to intuition, of course, history, but also divine alignment. And I know that may sound weird, but they also have this lunar energy and this redemption energy and this freedom energy. You know, they're also silvers associated with dreaming. So what I want to say to you, there is this bridge that happens in the silver dollar, silver half dollar coin physical realm and what you want. And there's a bridge for you to look at between abundance and self-worth. Do you understand what I'm saying without getting into your personal business?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
You get the message I'm trying to say? Okay.
I do.
I'm not going to say anymore because I don't like to get into people's, stuff. But what I'm going to recommend that you do is you really do a self-inventory of bragging about yourself. You know what I mean? When I work with people, the first thing I do, we don't go into any dark space. I get into bragging. We start bragging about you. You know, bragging, that term? Oh, is that like too much of a New York accent right there? How do you say that in a South? How do you say? My mama would say, honey, we're bragging about you. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want you to brag about yourself for an entire week.
Okay. I will start tonight.
You're on it. Thank you. Thank you. My goodness, get that. So give me some silver coins. Jessica, that's a great one. That was great. That whole silver coin thing, getting to that coin from the dad. Oh my gosh, what a future she has got. Jessica, who's next?
We're going to go to Tammy from Texas. Tammy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Tammy.
Hello.
Is it Tammy? Is it
Hi.
Tammy or is it Tammy? Which is it? Come on now.
Tammy.
Gotcha.
Tammy.
I got you. How can we help you tonight?
Well, I saw Mark at an event about 2 weeks ago, and so I just wanted to see if there's anything, I guess, out there. And then I was interested about the leap of faith that you were talking about earlier.
Oh, well, we'll help you with that. But you know that Mark guy gets around, right? I mean, everybody's seeing Mark now. All right, Mark, how can you...
Tammy, as soon as you came, sorry, as soon as you came on, I kept seeing the spirit of a younger male, and this could be a child, or this could be a child that you knew when you were younger. In other words, a friend or a family member who passed. But this is the spirit of a boy. He was not a man; he was a boy. And I'm getting, he was a younger boy, not a toddler, probably around maybe 7 or 8 years old. And his passing was very quick and unexpected. I do feel it could be traumatically induced. And the reason for that, and I don't want to get too graphic, is I feel this impact sensation to his body. Now, the impact sensation can indicate, abrupt, unexpected, could also be an accident, but sometimes like a really abrupt, unexpected medical condition could have fallen upon him. I feel very, very sick to my stomach, nausea. But I do get this heavy duty bloat. Is there anyone close to you that would match that description?
I had a male cousin that died before I was born, and he was electrocuted at a Boy Scout camp.
Okay, was he like around 7, 8, possibly 9, right in that age range?
I'm not for sure.
Okay, that's okay. Because this spirit's coming through specifically for you, and he's handing you a bright red apple. Apples are fascinating because that could be an indicator for the month of September. So what that could mean is a significant birth, death, anniversary, or event connected to you or someone close to you, either planet Earth or in spirit within September. The reason for that is because I equate harvesting apples with September. It could also mean that maybe you use Apple products, okay, like an iPhone or a Mac instead of Windows or an Android. And the other thing about a shiny red apple is it can also mean a teacher. In other words, somebody who's involved in education, somebody in the education field as a teacher, or maybe you've gone back, or someone very close to you is making that bold step of going back to further education. So all those, when I get a bright shiny red apple, but he's presenting that to you. Does anything there resonate with you in any way?
Actually, two things. One, my mom's birthday's in September, and then I have been thinking about furthering my education.
And there you go. Is Mom here on planet Earth or in spirit?
She's in spirit.
So he is there with your mom, and she's stepping forward. And sorry, there's nothing funny about your mom having passed, but she's cracking me up because I have a woman here with her hands on her hips going, so what's keeping you from going back to school? Okay. And it's not that she's yelling at you, but she's like, stop doubting it. You're smart enough. You're good enough. And she said, it's an intuitive thing. She's talking about your intuition. Trust your intuition and just do it. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, Dr. Pat, the door is now open.
This is very easy. I had a friend when I was younger who passed the same way. I don't think I'll ever forget it. But there is a message in this. Usually when somebody passes in that way, especially through electricity, can we call it that? Let's just think about it as electricity. It represents a sudden enlightenment. So the fact that that person is coming through is giving you a sudden enlightenment. There's another word for it that I like to work with when I coach with my clients, and it's called a jolt. So it's a jolt, the message, a spiritual wake-up call. Get off the fence. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, they're going to go back to school, mate. What? Are you going to go?
I just don't know is it just to learn something fun and enlighten me, or is it something that I should take to further my career? And that's kind of where the fence is.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. You ready? You really want to go to school, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, just like me, I wanted to go to school at 17. I didn't go until I was 44. The reason I'm saying this is it doesn't matter. You can go to school to better your career, and you can go to school. But here's where we all get caught up. We don't go. There isn't a college student that comes out of high school that has a clue, unless their parents are forcing them, Mark, go be a lawyer. But what I'm trying to say to you is, did you find a school you want to go to? Have you done the research? Have you looked around? Because once you start to do the research, there's going to be a class that pops up and you're going to say, dang, I want to take that car mechanical class. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
Yes, yes.
This is a wake-up call that is electric for you to do something. Even if you start out by taking a class you ain't thrilled about. But unless you love economics, do not take that first, okay? Just say it. Will you make a commitment to yourself in the year of the fire horse to do something soon? Got it?
Got it.
Look, I know you can do it. I can feel it. There's not a doubt in my mind.
And the thing is, I agree 1,000% with Dr. Pat. Education's something nobody can ever take away from you. And no matter what you do, it's just going to enhance the quality of your life.
Look, I've been called stupid my entire life.
And you're not.
Don't listen to it. Go do it. You got it?
Yes. Go do it.
All right, you're on your way. Go do it. All right, thank you. Well, I needed to hear that too. I needed to hear myself say, go do it. Jessica, who do we have next?
We're going to go to Kathy from Texas. Kathy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Kathy from Texas.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I was calling because I had recently read Afterlife Frequency.
Can I ask you to
And
do
then,
one thing? If
like,
you're on a speakerphone, can you turn the speakerphone off and do the earphone, put it up to your head thing?
it's through my hearing aids, but let me see what I can.
Oh, then leave it alone. Leave it
We'll
alone.
do
No, we
we'll
can
do the
it.
best
We
we
got
can.
you. We got you covered. Go ahead.
Okay. So about a week or so after I finished the book, I had a dream about my husband who's been gone about 18 months. And I dreamed we were together. Thank you. From this dream, I realized I was using the RAF technique. Anyway, I dreamed we were together for a few days, and we were hugging, and he said, "It's been such a romantic few days," and I thought, so much love. And then we were at some kind of resort and went to breakfast, and for some reason I went back to our room, and people outside made it clear to me that I could not stay. And when I woke up, I started remembering the dream, and I thought, oh, he's sending me a message. So I recognized that, accepted it, and felt his love, and I trusted it.
Very good.
What he was saying was that it's not yet my time to be with him.
Right. Okay.
And
go ahead, because okay. That was a contact experience. You used the RAF technique precisely the way it should be used. But what he taught you is now start meditating. I don't know if you meditate or maybe take a meditation class, but here's the thing. He created a point of reference. In other words, that hotel room. And so when you meditate, take yourself back to the vision of the visualization of that hotel room, and that's the place that he will come to connect with you. And yes, so this was not just a contact experience, but this was an instructional experience so that you will be able to interface with him. And yes, you can do it in the dream state, but now when you meditate, you will be the one who brings forth the hotel room, and he'll come in. And in the dream where the other people said, you can't go back, you can't go there, that's other spirits that were saying, look, we're over here on the other side. You're in a frequency that's interfacing with the other side. You're still, in human form and meant to be there. And that's what your husband said, is it's not your time. But because he created the hotel room, that's where you meet him. And that's what he wants you to know.
Okay. I would never have thought of that.
I just have one question for you. I just want to make sure, because you said something earlier, I just want to make sure. You are not having thoughts of joining him, correct?
No, not at all.
Well, I had to clear that up. Had to take care of that right
wish
there.
I could, but
no.
You will when you're supposed to, not now.
No. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Right.
Look, I understand. Okay, I'm going to give you the psycho speech. Not psycho speech. That's a movie, not that. But let me give you a psychological framework for this for a little bit. A lot of times dreaming of an intimate partner can represent integrating their memory. Do you know what I mean by integrating their memory? Because this is very fresh. This is 18 months ago. I'm so sorry. When you were describing it, I started to cry. And I'm not sure why I started to cry. But this is integrating their memory. And it's almost like an embodiment. But what it does, it's that embodies you back into your psyche as you navigate. This is very important for you to hear. Navigate life and redefine your identity independently. That's what I think you're not doing. You get what I'm saying? I'm not sure, but you have to start to redefine.
I'm making efforts, but I don't feel like I've gotten very far.
Yes, you are. I'm going to tell you something, girlfriend, right now. Making an effort is getting far. Yeah. I do not want you to talk yourself down. Do you understand? Calling into this show, talking about this, Grief dreams are a normal part of the mind reconciling the profound loss.
Right.
And a romantic dream often mirrors, honey, I think you must have loved this man. Did you love this man?
Oh yeah, I
can't stop crying
so
in here.
close.
And this is not happens to me that often, but it mirrors your deep emotional attachment. But it also represents your need and your longing for comfort, safety, and physical closeness you shared. Please don't allow yourself to get lonely. I don't care if you have to go volunteer somewhere, right, Mark?
Right.
Please do not allow yourself to get lonely.
Right. I'm working on it.
Calling in here is a big step.
Yeah, you know what? Give it about 6 weeks or so. Check back with us and give us an update on how your meditation is going with meeting him.
But give her
in
the
contact.
organization she could call, Mark. Give her the organization, helping people.
Well, helping parents heal, but that's for people who've lost children. But the thing is, there's also a discussion about creating a branch about helping spouses heal too.
Yeah.
So, but work on your meditation, and if it doesn't work the first several times, even don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah. I mean, Mark, that visitation has to do with a very peaceful bridge where the emotional bonds can feel momentarily renewed. And sometimes we need to do that.
Yes,
I hate when people say, get over it. I mean,
no, you're not going to get over it. You learn
what the heck?
No. I think we have time for another caller at least.
Yeah.
Jessica. Yep. We have time for one more. So we're going to go to Charlene from Canada. Charlene.
Hold on. And hold on 1 sec, Charlene. For all the other callers, please call back next week. Dr. Pat and I will be here. I mean, obviously, we want to get to everyone. If we didn't get to you tonight, we will get with you next week, and just let Jessica or Linda know that, hey, I called in last week. Okay,
yeah.
so we'd be right up front. All right, Charlene, how can we help you?
Hi, Charlene. How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Hey, it's so good to hear from you, girlfriend.
Thank you. It's good to hear from both of you guys. This summer, I have been surrounded by white butterflies, and I just have a feeling that somebody from the other side is trying to give me a message or something. All kinds of great things have been happening in my life, and lots of transformation. Lots of change, and it's all been good. So,
all right, let's see what Mark has to say, and then I want to tell you what this is, because I've had a couple of visits. Mark.
I'm getting this beautiful woman connected to you through your female side of the family. So that could be a mom, an aunt, or a sister type figure. And remember that movie star Betty Davis? She had those big, extraordinary eyes. This spirit is giving me these Betty Davis eyes, and she's got this beautiful, flowing, honey-colored, like golden hair. Now, but this woman was elderly when she passed. She easily could have been knocking on 90. I think she easily made it into her 80s, possibly even more than that. And she is, she's just around you, and her passing was very peaceful. Like she knew it was her time, and I feel that, she had a lot of physical issues. I mean, I'm getting the cold tingling in the extremities, and she said, oh, my liver and my kidneys, and she said everything was starting to hurt, but she went to sleep and she drifted off quite peacefully. Do you recognize this person?
Oh my gosh. Yes, it was my mom's mom, Bessie Boudreau.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was Grandma Boudreau.
Yeah, and the white butterflies. She cracks me up because she reminds me of, remember in The Wizard of Oz, Glinda, the Good Witch of the North? She's got like this Betty Davis, Glinda, good. I mean, it's like the imagery she's giving me, because the white butterflies are her way of letting you know that she's around and she is a major spiritual influence in your life. So that's what there's,
is.
there's other spirits working with her, and she keeps going June, June, June. And I don't know if they're, she's referencing a woman's name, but it could be a significant Auntie June.
Auntie June just passed away. June just passed away recently. Well, it was a little bit ago. And Grandma, I was just going to say, Grandma, she passed away in her sleep.
Yeah,
she passed
there you
away
go.
Peacefully, just like you said.
Yeah, and so you got Grandma and you got Auntie June there, and you got other people too, but they are, let me tell you, you got some powerhouse spirits helping you out. Dr. Pat.
I want to ask you a question. What do you have on the forefront? It's a strange question. What do you have on the forefront? First of all, your energy could light up the sky. That's number one. I haven't talked to you in a while, but you sound great, man. The other thing I want to ask you is something. What are you doing, or what have you done? Because white butterflies symbolize a lot of things, but I'm zooming in on renewal right now. I'm zooming in on renewal, and I'm zooming in on I'm zooming in on something that you're doing, right? You understand? It's hard for me to say it. There's something that you're doing or you have done, but there's a future you're looking at that you're really excited about. Is that true at all?
Yes, it is true. I retired from a big corp job, and I've always wanted to write a book, a spiritual book, and I'm not going to be putting that on the back burner. I'm looking to go into media also.
There you go. There you go.
I just made a big move into a beautiful home, just made the move.
That's it.
I'm looking forward to Lionsgate on August 8th, and I'm working with a lot of meditation right now.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So here's going to be my message for you, because I know the show is going to end in a hot second. The message is about renewal. You nailed it. Retirement, I never even used the word. It is a time for renewal. One of the 4 things we talked about today was rebirth. Now, what's going to be my message for you? Because I think I've been talking to you for a really long time, right? How long have we been connecting on
Years
here?
and years and years and years.
Like 2004, right? Like it goes way back.
Like we.
Yeah. Forever. Like when I was like not even on video. So here's what I want to say. You have been speaking this and talking it for as long as I've been doing the show. Now this year, please start the book. Please. I don't care if you finish it. Please start it. And then everything else you want to do, please start doing it. You understand what I mean? The white butterflies are around you because they're guardianships. They're guardian spirits letting you know you are watched over and protected. That's the version of the white butterfly I'm going to leave you with.
And
along with
your
auntie and your grandma. Yeah.
My grandma was a psychic, and I have psychic abilities too. So my grandma came across real strong to you guys.
Yeah. So now what I'm asking you to do is take y'all's psychic abilities and get them to put into gear things you have been talking to me about wanting to do. Can you commit to yourself? Can you invest in yourself?
Yes, I can.
Okay. That's what I'm going to hold. That's what I'm going to hold. Because those butterflies are protecting you. You're not going to do anything wrong. You got it?
I got it.
Charlene.
I love you.
Love you too. I
You're
can't believe you
welcome.
called in. Mark, what a great show. Everybody else, please call in. You know how long Charlene has been calling into my show? When it was crust busting. Do you understand? Mark, tell us how they're going to follow you around, because God knows where you're going to be next.
Absolutely. Well, I'll be back with Dr. Pat next week and the week after, but the week after that, I'll be in Phoenix at Helping Parents Heal Conference. And even though the conference is sold out, you can get tickets to the live stream. Please visit my website, which is afterlifefrequency.com. And you can find out about my books, how to tune in The Psychic and the Doc, how to tune in to the live stream of The Psychic and the Doc, and so many other things. Please sign up for my newsletter. And Dr. Pat and I look forward to taking your calls next week. The folks we didn't get to, call back in, and people that wanted to call but didn't, next week's your chance. All right, we will see you. Many blessings, and everyone, be at peace. Today is an important day to honor peace.
Hey, everybody, thank you for tuning in to The Psychic and the Doc with Mark Anthony and me, Dr. Pat Basili, right here on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Hey, look, come back next week so we can explore with you more of life's many challenges and learn from fascinating guests. And you know what? Even Mark and me. We'll connect you and discover insights from people in this life and from the afterlife. Extraordinary problems? Yeah, they do. They require extraordinary solutions. But step into the world of possibilities with us on The Psychic and the Doc. That's every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TransformationTalkRadio.com. That's TransformationTalkRadio.com. And don't forget, we're also live face-to-face on Facebook.com.